So I was just reading VCpedia.com. It's a new webpage. We're going to talk about it in a moment. And I was reading about it and analyzing and see what's going on in the industry. And I thought in just making a video about it. If I'm doing this, well, I might just made a video, right? So we're going to see what I was looking at, like how we use VCpedia.com. That it's a new website. It's We're going to see who made it and how to use it. And well, let's start, right? Okay, so this website was made by Yohei. If you click here, it's going to take you to his ex Twitter profile, sorry. And he's a developer. He's really deep in the AI era that we're in. He's developing there and he's building several agents, right? I think this is completely autonomously. Like this website, right, runs as an agent, and it's completely autonomous in the sense that it looks for the information like continuously, and it detects what's going on, new funding rounds, if it's an old funding round, and I think it adds information to what it is finding, like by researching more, right? So I was looking at here, basically just looking or trying to understand what's going on in the AI world in the BC, like in the BC space, because it's different what's going on in general. VCs are investing in it, and I wanted to see what they are investing in, right? So if you click in here where it says view all, it's going to take you to this page. I haven't add any other filter. And I was looking at this, like, but in here we can see like different investments made in different industries and different types of companies. And I was just trying to get a sense on in AI, right? I mean, right now, lots of companies use AI in some of their processes, maybe. But I was looking for companies that were creating tools that for the AI agents world, right? Like tools that help you automate or that help you analyze what your agents are doing. And what else? Generative AI, like to generate pictures, images, videos, audio, and how to use them for businesses, right? Like chatbots or like, I don't know, automating specific roles inside a company. So I'm looking for this in this VCpedia, right? So I have here some of those companies that I was interested in and fit the criteria that I just told you. But we can see other companies, right? So and also one thing that I want to say is that this is not perfect. For example, you can see that here you are it's repeating like the company. Look, it says Celebal Tech, and in here we can see Celebal Technologies in the same day for the same amount, same series, same investors. And I mean, it's not perfect, but we don't need perfect. We just need to have like a continuous stream of information, of data, to see what's going on in the industry. So I just want to talk about these ones. These ones are the latest and it's for May 12th today. And these ones were the ones that are working in what I'm interested in right now at the moment. So this is Celebal Tech. They say that they are a software company that specializes in digital transformation, data science, and enterprise reinvention. That's quite interesting. And the company is a leading Microsoft Azure managed service provider. So it seems that they're focusing just in Microsoft. Okay, so in the cloud from Microsoft, right? That's Azure. And they are an elite Databricks partner with expertise in data AI, SAP innovation, and generative AI. So they're basically using Microsoft tools to help companies to get into their AI wave, right? So they have a SaaS revenue model. That means basically that they are going to be paying or charging per user. It's not like, well, maybe it could be, but maybe it's like a specific amount per user on the companies that buy their services, right? Their product. And in here, if we analyze what's going on here in VCpedia, we can see other startups. Here you can see that well, it has a 99% match with this one and a 97% match with this one, that they are basically the same company. So I think there's some improvement in here, which is not bad. I mean, it's detecting that it's maybe the same company, and but we can see other companies in here. Okay, so if I open it, let's see what's going on with this startup. This is from several years ago, and well, but they are still having some movement, right, in the investment, in their rounds. And what else can we see in here? We can see their timeline, who they're investors in. If I click in here, I can open it and I can see I think this is this is the investors. I thought it was a fund, but in here we can also open this other investor, right? This is the Norwest Capital LLC. I think maybe I'm wrong, but I think that if we open the investors, we can see like other startups that these investors have invested in. In here we cannot see that. I think right now we're going to see one that where we can see that what I'm talking you about. So recent mentions, here you can see where this information was gotten. So you can go to Twitter and see that Inc42 made this post on May 2025, and here is where they are getting the information, where VCpedia is getting the information, right? So they're analyzing social media to get this information. I think they must have an algorithm to look for, like searching for specific tags, not tags, but keywords, and also follow specific accounts that focus on on announcing the rounds, the investment rounds for different startups, different funds, different investors, right? So basically, this is what VCpedia does. I think it's interesting if you are looking for ideas on what to develop for yourself, or you are looking to use the latest tools that are getting traction, at least investment traction, right? And what else? If you think that I'm missing something to see in here, you can let me know in the comments as a reply or send me a message. And I also wanted to see Upscale AI. I think it's interesting. For example, if we click in here, it's going to take us to their website, and it's AI-driven performance creative. So what they do, it's they generate and run and optimize TV video ads for you, right? I think what they do, I haven't used them, but for what I was reading in here, is that, for example, they don't just focus on the creative aspect. They also focus on finding out which runs to show depending on which user is seeing the ad or is going to see the ad. For example, looking at which device they're seeing the ad, or the program they're seeing in streaming, and what demographic they have find about them, right? So I think they have something else. This one was an interesting investment. Well, that's 5.5 million, right? The interesting thing is that they're not showing the investors. Let's see if we can find it in here. Okay, I don't know if they have their information. It doesn't seem to be in the main tweet, right? And also here is Axe, and I think they're focusing on logistic operations by handling calls, emails, and tasks, and so that the team can focus on other things, right? And they're focusing on logistics teams. So you can see in here that this company Axe is focusing on that's their strategy, right? To focus on logistic teams. That's a way to define your niche and to start getting traction, right? Maybe that's their long-term plan, but it also can work as a penetration strategy, right? Like Amazon.com. Right now they sell everything and something more, but they started just selling books in the internet, right? So that's like a strategy to start and to get traction with your business, and then you can expand, right? Maybe that's their, like, for example, there are companies that stay in their lane, but you can do whatever. You can do any of the strategies, right? Like stay in your lane or start to expand when you get traction. But first you need to get traction, and focusing on specific teams or roles inside companies, it's a great way to do it, right? And last one but not least, I'm looking at Theom, and it's a cybersecurity, and they focus on data-centric data governance and security platform, right? So there are companies that are focusing here, like for example CrowdStrike, that if you remember in 2024 they sent a bug to production, and like it seemed like the world was falling off, right? That was in, I think, August to 2024, right? So they had a 20 million investment in Series A. Okay, so these are the companies that I found for May 12th. Maybe there are other companies more interesting like days in the past, but I just started looking at them, right? And now, just to finalize, I want to show you one that I was looking in here is tripling. I'm going to take it to the end because it's the last one we are looking at. And just to be like, you need to be a little bit cautious that the information in here needs to be validated, right? Because this like really doesn't make sense. And let's see what's going on in here. For example, if I go to that company, Rippling, they are a management platform that unifies HR, IT, finance, and other areas inside a company to eliminate, that's what they say, friction from running a business. But basically, they're bundling different software that companies use in the same software so that they can speak, exchange information and data, so that they can so that there's that all information is in just one database. Basically, that's what they are looking like. A software is looking when they are bundling different services that right now companies use in different using different software, right? So we can see the company in here, like website. I like it. I like the colors and the branding, but in here we need to be really careful with these numbers, because it doesn't make sense. Like for example, the dates, the series, and the amount of each one of these. So basically we can go to the post where VCpedia is getting the information for this company, right? So in here we can see really what's going on with Rippling. It's not like what we're seeing here, and I understand really, like I don't think this should be perfect right now. It was a fast project, and it has areas of improvement, right? But I'm telling you this so that you can also analyze it when you are looking at the investment deals that it's showing you, right? So for example, in here we can see that they reached valuation of 16.5 billion in a Series series. So this is the timeline, and the Series B was actually in 2020, and in here we can see that they're putting the Series B in 2025, right? And then right now in the 2025 they did a Series G, and they have a 16.8 billion, so they are trending up and to the right. But the investment was, that was an investment in Series E, and it says it was of 200 million for a 13.4 billion valuation in the Series E. As you can see, it's important to validate this data, and that is something that I like about VCpedia, is that they are showing you the information from where they are getting, like the post where they are getting the information from, in the same page where you are reading the information, so that you can validate it, right? So that's basically what I wanted to talk about, what I was doing today, and that's all. Please let me know what do you think in the comments, in the replies, or send me a message. And also, if you are interested in automation, you can join my community in the link in bio, where we focus on AI automation for small businesses. That's all for today, and I hope to see you in the next video.